So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So yeah, I got a special treat for you today. I'm using the new 6 Plus Oden as Frank Captain, and I'm going to showcase him against 3 different content. So if you're wondering how this is even possible, like, we haven't got all the skulls for 6 Plus Oden yet, but he is actually pullable from his own 6 Plus Super Sugo Fest. So yeah, I had a kind person lend me an account with Oden, so I'm trying him out, so he's not rainbowed or anything. But he will do the job, he has his full captain ability and everything, and that's what matters. So yeah, we're first going to showcase Oden against Arena Luffy, and this is more basic content. It's content designed for mainly strength, so we have a mostly strength team. And yeah, one thing you'll notice with this content is that we get so many wano orbs. Like, I did use this team quite a few times, and it was the same thing every time. I got so much wano, and it was really hard to use versus Ace because of that, since you couldn't really charge up versus Ace versus special. And of course, versus Ace also has a hard problem getting a strength orb reliably for his chain boundary. So I don't think this combo is that great, but that's not a big deal since like Oden is also an orb booster, so there's some overlap there. Yeah, we're using Oden's super type here, which will carry us against this stage. Sadly, we barely missed the kill this time because, yeah, Oden doesn't have high enough limit break on Berry Pen. But we almost kill anyway, so with Oden limit broken, we will have killed there. But yeah, it's fine. We just need to get over half HP for Bonclay. And yeah, Bonclay is one of the best units for next stage, since he both deals with the damage Aura does, as well as remove the beneficial effects. And yeah, we're using Eva here. We have a mono free spirit team, so we'll get a full board of matching orbs. We'll remove resilience, and we'll also lock the orbs with Jinbei support. And yeah, and also on 2 times attack boost, so yeah, this Eva is very nice actually. And they actually limit broke the carrot for this team. All she'll do final stage is remove some paralysis, but yeah, her berry pen was very nice for last stage, and I know I'll use her again for that, so no issues limit breaking her. But yeah, one thing to consider with Oden, one of his biggest changes is that he's gone from a mono strength captain to a rainbow captain. And he's a rainbow captain that has 5 times attack boost with wano orbs. That's actually totally unique in the game, and arguably makes him better than a unit like Yamato, since even if Yamato's captain is stronger probably, like Yamato is only 2 classes and 1 color, this Oden is rainbow, and even if his own buff isn't rainbow, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can use it for a mini boss stage or something, you don't need to use it last stage. You can also just use it as a way to get consistent wano orbs, as we'll see in later content I do. But yeah, in Neko with Raizo support removes all special bind. Use versus A special for the chain boundary and orb boost. And yeah, I wanted to burn damage here, but not enough. So yeah, I kill anyway, but without chain boundary that will not have been a kill. So it might have been better to just give up on the chain boundary and just run the Mr. 5 support instead for an attack boost. But yeah, now we get Arena Brook. So the thing I decided to do with 6 Plus Oden now was to build him against quick content and against DEX content. So this is a content where the boss is strength, so we want to build a quick team. And I want to show how useful Oden can be in this scenario. And as you'll see here, like, it's almost impossible for us to not have wano orbs when we want it. Like, this is content dependent, of course, but for content that spams a lot of unbeneficial orbs for you, Like, you will just keep getting free wano orbs without doing anything. It's actually quite funny. So yeah, the reason this works is because Oden turns DEX into wano as well now. So that just both increases the overall rate you get wano randomly, but it also has a lot of scenarios where the enemy gives you a full board of some type of orb, and that orb just turns into wano because you change DEX orbs to wano or tandem to wano. So yeah, this is going to be another content where Oden specialing itself doesn't do that incredibly much. But at least it's another content where we can showcase the power of the buffed Oden super type. I didn't talk about it last time, but Oden's super type special now goes to both top row units, and this is so good. Because that means Oden's super type is not just dependent on Oden himself having a good matchup. It's also fine if your captain or friend captain has a good matchup. So yeah, still not one of the best super type specials, but very high buff. And as you see here, we got a full board of unbeneficial orbs. So they just turn into wano because quick units get Dex orb as unbeneficial, and Dex is wano now. Same thing here, so we don't even get any orb change. But yeah, swap Sabo and Ace, get the super swap, use their special to get an orb boost for next stage, since we can't use orb boost against Arena Brook. Jinbei to lock the orbs. Franky removes attack down and paralysis, and we use Oden's super type special to let Sabo and Ace hit even harder. This is a plus 1000 base attack boost, so very substantial. So yeah, that's quite a bit of damage. So yeah, final stage. And yeah, this team is actually super overkill. Will have been fun to have a chance to use Luffy's last tap, but yeah, this is the curse of the old-fashioned last tap that only affects one unit. Most of the time, the bosses you face will be dead before you can use it. And yeah, I make use of the new V4 Boa support, such a good support. If you get the decreased chain, you just get that free 2.75 times chain lock. So good. So yeah, I got all buffs now. Chain lock, attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, even some extra base stats for Luffy. That doesn't matter because we kill in like 3 hits. So yeah, for the revive, I just use Okiku for a little bit of color affinity, and then I one-shot with Luffy. And yeah, Luffy does have hunger, so we just ignore that hunger. Easy kill. And yeah, for the final team, I'm facing Dex content. So final boss here is quick, so you want to build around mostly Dex. And I think that funnily Oden appears the best on Dex teams for 2 reasons. The first one is that anytime a Dex unit gets a matching orb, that's a one orb now. That's such a big deal. And I definitely make some cool teams using that very soon. But another thing is that when Dex units get an unfavorable orb, like it doesn't turn into wano by itself, but you do get a full board of strength orbs for Dex. So that means you can use Oden special to turn those strength orbs to wano, and that's what we'll do in this content. This team went through some revisions, so finally we have an unboosted unit on the team now in Perospero. But yeah, it does enough damage, and that's what counts in the end. And yeah, finally I have this Hiyori on the team, just for something to give Oden super type, but she doesn't really do anything. But yeah, this team is basically needs to be like mostly free spirit and fighters, since that's what Luffy boosts. But Sandy Pudding special boosts only fighter and cerebral, so optimally you have cerebral plus fighter or free spirit, and both Hiyori and the Corazon does that, so it's fine. Just doing some chip damage to Usohachi. We're going to stall a turn here. Because on turn 2, Robin will give us a full board of non-beneficial orbs. Oh no. What will we do about that? We only have 3 strength orbs now. We will have 4 if not for the random 1 orb. As said, you get so many 1 orbs naturally. So, yeah. And yes, since Luffy is quick, he got a free 1 orb from the unfavorable orb since, yeah, DEX orbs are 1. But yeah, this way we set up a full board of 1 orbs. Now for stage 2, that's a bit of a curveball because this is the strength boss while the final boss is quick. So you do need a few quick units, which is why Sanji and Pudding is pretty good. And also why I settled for the last tap Luffy as captain. Corazon to remove the debuffs, give an orb boost. And yeah, I'll be using Oden's super type again. And yeah, this will help final tap Luffy quite a bit. Gives him an extra 1000 base stat boosts. Also lets Oden do some damage, so that's helpful. But yeah, one thing I've not talked about yet in terms of mono decks with Oden is that if you run something that changes adjacent orbs to matching, so stuff like Shanks Crew, Roger and Whitebeard, Luffy, Ace Sabo, Robin Jinbei, if the adjacent unit is Dex, they always get a wano slot, and that's just so incredibly good. So yeah, I'm going to be having a lot of fun with that in the future. But yeah, Luffy for attack boost, removing bind with support. Sunny Pudding removes the rainbow shield, gives color affinity to fighters and cerebral, and then a little orb boost, but that did not matter. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first showcase of 6+ Oden. There's a lot to come in the future with that, so stay tuned. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.